Okay, ladies and gentlemen, as I have been speaking for months, okay, but these plans have been laid out for years. The high-ranking globalists are working on their best efforts towards a one-world government. We're so far down the rat hole right now. That's how far down we are. It's so close to them getting their one-world government running. But I want to explain problem, reaction, solution. The globalists, they create a crisis, so they come up with a solution. Okay? They create a catastrophe, so they come up with a solution. And we can see this pattern down through history. Like Nero. Nero burned down Rome, and then he blamed it on the Christians. And then World War One. There was no reason for World War One, but they created World War One for what purpose? Because this is all has to do with the one world government. Because these people make money out of war. Okay? Because they wanted to create the United States of Europe and the United Nations. But they failed, so they created another war. The Illuminati funded Hitler. They put him in power. And then Hitler burned down his Reichstag. He burned down his own Reichstag, and he blamed it on a certain country. And that's how World War II came into being. And then after World War II, the United Nations and the European Union came out of the ashes of the Holocaust. Now, before it was called the League of Nations, but it progressed to the United Nations, and now they have the European Union. But this is what I want to say. Everything is ready for the one world government. But the only thing hindering them from a global community, a global society, is a cashless world. They want to eliminate all cash. Now, I want to say this thing about Boston. This was created by the government, okay? This was created by the government. And something big is probably going to happen, because I remember a while back, I think this was on the news, or I forget if it was on the news or something else I was listening to. The father was saying that his son is innocent. And if his son ends up dead, all hell is going to break loose. Okay? And yesterday I was at the store and I just saw that his son is on the death penalty. So something big is going to happen to the United States. But this is their main plan. They want to take America down, because that's the only way that they can bring in the New World Order. And that's how they're going to do it, because it's called the order out of chaos. But this I want to talk about this cashless society, because back in February this year, February 2nd, 2013, the Bilderbergs were pushing secretly through Congress to push for a global ID card for all Americans and for the rest of the Western world, the Western hemisphere, which is Canada and other countries as well, because this is a global effort. Because right now, there's a push on the globe for every nation to have a citizen's number with national ID cards, and they're going to make this sound like a good idea. This is a new technology that we came out with. It's to protect you from identity theft, and without this national ID card, you'll not be able to work or anything without it, because it's going to replace your social insurance card number. But I want to read this. Okay, like I've been saying, they're bringing in biometrics. Okay, people, you guys can go ahead and laugh at it. This is going to happen. It's not going to be funny when it comes into being. But I want to read this to you. Boston bombing, aftermath. Why do we need a national biometric ID card? Now, I want to go down and read all this to you guys. It's just crazy. There's always something happening every day. This is an agenda, because the globalists believe there's coming a new age. That's why. So money has to go in an electronic world. Money has to go. Money is a dinosaur age in an electronic world. We all go by electronic now. We want to go into a digital currency, you name it, a one world currency, you name it. So, let me read this here about the biometrics here. Yeah, right here. Asking their lawmakers for stronger and more different legislation to certain in an effort to combat terror and prevent future terrorist acts. One such purpose is the creation of a national biometric identification card. But this is not old at all. Bill Clinton was at this in the beginning. He wanted everyone to have national ID cards. You can't believe the media. This is nothing new. This is on the agenda. They want to make everybody their slaves. When you have a card, everybody's tracked and monitored. Your whole life is open to the government. Your whole life is under a microscope. And your life is already under a microscope. Every telephone conversation is listened to. Everything. Every text message is read and tracked. This is just more power. Like I said, absolute power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. So this is what they're saying. One is such purpose is the creation of a national biometric identification card. Two, wait. Each card's unique biometric identifier would be stored only on the card. No government. Yeah, okay. Okay, wait. Each card's unique biometric identifier would be stored only on the card. Only on the card. This is a bunch of bull. Okay, guys? This is a bunch of bull. Only on the card. No government database would house everyone's information. The cards would not contain any private information, medical information, or tracking. Yeah, okay, this is a bunch of bullcrap. Okay, guys? This is a bunch of lies. I'm going to get into this in a minute. Information or tracking devices. The senators wrote the card would be a high-tech version of the Social Security card that citizens already have. The senators also said private employers would be responsible for swiping the cards through a machine to confirm a person's identity and status. Employers would refuse to swipe the card or who otherwise knowingly hurt authorized workers would face staff fines, and for repeat offense persons sentenced. How anyone would know if employee refused to swipe the card, however, was not addressed. But what is biometrics, and how would biometrics identification work? Put sim- simply, biometric refers to information about a person's body, person's health, weight, hair color, and eye color are all simple examples of biometric information. Other examples include the use of body parts such as hands, fingers, feet, teeth, veins, and ears, and physical or behavior such as voice. This is crazy, ladies. This is literally insane. Voice recognition. It's just incredible. As the voice, the instruction of the face, gait, and body orders. However, for biometrics to be effective, identification tool, it has to use information that doesn't change or that changes very little, such as fingerprints or DNA. In other words, a biometric identification card can only be effective if it is enriched with information that can be identified related to the individuals carrying it. If it is your card, I must bear information that is yours. It is common knowledge that the purporting purpose of an identification card is identified to bear. Okay, I want to go down here more. Okay, which should lead us to ask questions like who will control such a database? What information will be kept in it? Who will have access to it? Then, if we're really paying attention, maybe we'll get around to asking other questions like how long will it be before the requirement to have a biometric ID card applies not just to workers but to all of us? How many of our rights and freedoms are we willing to give away for the promise of security? And if we get real serious, we might even ask, does having such a card firmly change the ideas we've come to choose as Americans? But this is going to happen worldwide. This is a global effort. Okay. Like I've been saying, this has nothing to do with security or anything. This all has to do with tracking. This is a control glitch. That's why they want to bring in a cashless society. Down through history shows Stalin, Lenin, Mao Zedong. They control their citizens. So they want to control not just the citizens, but they want to control the whole entire world. That's why they want to go into biometrics. This is a bunch of bull. Okay, guys, this is a bunch of bull saying that it's not going to be, you're not going to be tracked or anything. Go tell your lies to somebody else. This is government takeover. Okay, this is what they want. It's all in the documents. It's all in the documents. Even now, you're tracked. You're already being tracked. Each credit card you use leaves a breadcrumb trail. Okay, but they think people are stupid because people that are not informed, they're going to go along with it. Sure, I'll take a nice ID card. And yet, they mark themselves as slaves. They have digital fingerprints. You name it. They can recognize your voice from somebody else's voice. This is totally crazy. So I just wanted you guys to see this. They're making it more reasonable because of this Boston bombing. Now we need to track all our citizens because we need to know who are the real who are Americans and who aren't. This is to track terrorist groups. So for those that don't take the biometric card, oh, they must be hiding something. They don't want don't want us to know something about them that they're hiding. But this is a bunch of bull. This is all about control. Okay, this is about control, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you right now. I want to read it from you. I'm going to read it from the documents right now. Okay, I'm going to read you the documents right here. It's right on my wall. This is from back in 1969. They had this all planned out. This is what it says. Okay, I want to read this to you guys. Right here. Listen to this. So the next step would be the single card, which is this global biometric identification card. So the next step would be the single card, and then the next step would be to replace the single card with a skin implant. The single card could be lost or stolen, give rise to problems. You see? This is the new world order taking over, ladies and gentlemen. So you guys can go right ahead, think that I'm crazy, but this is in their own document. This is from Homeland Security, saying that they're bringing biometrics. Biometrics is the next generation. This is going to be in grocery stores. You name it. You name it. This is government takeover. They're using crime to fulfill their agenda. We need to pass new laws. We need to install more surveillance, more technologies, and everything. So this is what's happening. Just to let you guys be aware of this. If there ever comes a time that you guys see this, remember that I've warned you. You cannot say that you have not been warned. You have been warned. And whoever you are, do not take the biometric card. This is about tracking. Okay? They actually got caught in the past saying that we share biometric information between different government agencies and we share them commercially. And they got caught manipulating information. It's all about tracking, just like they did to the Jews in World War II. They had them with a special mark on them. They were their slaves. This is what they want. They want to enslave humanity. This is the new world order. This is the hologram. Or this is the triangle. This is what they're doing. They're bringing in a one world government. This is what they want to do. They want to take absolute control over everybody. That's why they're building a powerful standing army. You name it. Now people are going to have to do this. I'm not taking nothing. I'm going to go to prison, okay? If this happens before the rapture of the church, I just want you guys to be aware of this. May you share this video, and why don't you do your own research, okay? Because people like to run their mouth saying, oh, this is not true, blah, blah, blah. Before people start opening their mouth, they better do their research and see what's really going on. This is a global political agenda that internationalists are working on, is to bring this whole entire world into a cashless world, a cashless society. It's all going to be digitalized. Digital fingerprints, you name it. Thing that's a new idea. It's a nice thing, but it's not. It's good for them, but it's not good for you because they want to track you, they want to monitor you, study you. They're sick people. These people are control freaks that are in the government. So this is all I wanted to say. This is it. This is what's happening. So may you guys sound the warning and share these videos. And this is all I got to say. And God bless you all.